Hello, it's Haley from Native Backyards, and I am in a shady corner of my backyard to tell you about Turks Cap today. It's an awesome shade plant that has beautiful red blooms. It's native to the southern part of the United States, and its scientific name is Malaviscus arboreus. And it is a great one to have in your garden if you live in the southern US and you have some shady areas like I do. So I love this plant. You can see it behind me. Because it is covered in its red flowers really from spring through fall. It'll bloom all the way till November, and its flowers are kind of a tubular wrapped pretty shape that resembles a Turkish fez, and that's how it got the name Turks Cap. They're perfect for attracting hummingbirds. Hummingbirds love this plant. I see them on mine almost daily. Other pollinators as well. And I'm going to turn the camera around so we can take a closer look and I'll tell you more about it. This is my Turks Cap, how it looks at the beginning of October here in San Antonio, Texas. I have 3 plants back here kind of covering this unsightly cable box that I've got. But they are still looking great and they've been blooming all summer long. They're a little leggy at this point of the year. I could have given them a nice trim maybe in early August and that would have made them a little more bushier, but I didn't, and I still think they look nice. Let me do a close-up of one of the blooms here. So isn't that a pretty blossom? This is what they say resembles a Turkish fez, and that is the perfect shape for a hummingbird to drink nectar from. Now they also create little fruits. In Spanish, they're referred to as manzanitas, like little tiny apples, and they really do kind of have an appley or pear taste. I've eaten them before, and they're quite yummy. So they're edible by humans, but also by birds and other small wildlife. So it's a great wildlife plant in addition to providing nectar to hummingbirds and other pollinators. And also this plant does come in a pink variety that you can find sometimes. So if you're looking for something with some pink blooms, that's a great one. In terms of maintenance, I'm going to turn around and talk to you a little bit about that. So in terms of maintenance, you can cut these back when they get leggy. I wouldn't do it now at the end of the growing season. It's important nectar for migrating hummingbirds and butterflies, but earlier in August, definitely at the beginning of summer, if they've already gotten leggy, you can trim them back by 1/3. And then in the winter, they are going to dive back to the ground. So if you want to keep them up over the winter to provide some shelter for birds and other wildlife, that's great. You can wait till the end of winter to cut them back to the ground, and the new growth will start coming up from the ground up. That's definitely an option. Or if you can't wait, you can cut them back once they've started to turn brown. So super easy maintenance plant. Once it's established, really don't have to give any additional water to it unless it's starting to look like it needs it. It's drought tolerant. While I have it here in a shaded area, it actually does just as well in full sun. As long as you give it a little bit more water, it will probably start to show its leaves drooping a little bit, that it needs some additional water. But you can put it pretty much in anything from full sun to mostly shade. And no matter what, it's going to have these beautiful red blooms on it. I think they're kind of fun to add to some of my summer wildflower bouquets. They do work well in a vase. So definitely give Turks Cap a try. If you go to the nursery, look for it under its scientific name, which is Malaviscus arboreus. And if you try it, let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in.